My only rebuttal is I have Square.
Yeah, and Square is a killer program. They really disrupted the merchant service industry when they first came out because people have just been so tired of being burned and paying, 3.5% for credit card processing. So when Square came out, they actually did a great job and helped the industry a lot. But nowadays, just like everything, things change. So Square is a flat 2.75%. Always. If you're swiping cards, that's what their rate is. So what that equals is $27.50 for every 1,000 that you process. Okay, so if you process $2,000, your bill is going to be $55. All right, we're just going to take how many thousand you do, multiply it by $27.50. That's your bill with Square. So with us, our lowest plan is $25, which covers you up to $5,000. So let me do some math for you. You do $3,000 with Square, you're going to be paying about 80 something dollars. With us, it's only going to be 25. If you process 5,000 with Square, you're going to be looking at about 150. On our program, it's still going to be only 25. So as great as Square was when they first came out, it does not compete in terms of rates with Easy Pay and the cash discount. Unless you're processing under $1,000 a month, you need to be on the cash discount. If you do less than $1,000 a month, Square is a great program and it's designed for people like you. But if you're doing any kind of volume, we got to get you off that because you're overpaying. What's going on, Francisco? Let's throw a rebuttal out, please.
All right. One of the most consistent one I've been getting this last couple of weeks has been, I just can't charge the 4% to my customers. It's just not fair to them.
Let me ask you, do you build in your credit card price into or the credit card charges that you're paying? Is that built into your prices? Most likely, yes. Most people are going to answer yes to that. So let me ask you, is it fair to your cash paying customers that they're actually paying more because of the credit card fees that you have to pay? So I get it. I get where you're coming from. We hear 4% of the time, but when you're building in the credit card fees into your price, you're actually doing the opposite. You're punishing the people that pay by cash, and they're the ones that actually benefit you the most because you don't have fees for that. So I understand where you're coming from, but it's backwards. On this plan, your cash customers are actually going to be the ones that are rewarded for doing transactions that don't cost you money. And it's still an option for everybody else. And that 4% is statistically proven to actually increase the cash sales. That's the whole point. So let's stop punishing your cash customers and make it an option for everybody to get a benefit by paying from cash. And if they want to use card, they have the option, but they're going to have that convenience.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have another one?
But the thing is, I run into maybe like the trust thing. Like I need to check on your company. I don't make decisions on the spot. So it's more like a trust thing.
I hear you. There's hundreds of merchant services out there. You're probably getting 3 to 5 phone calls a day. And if you've been in business, even for 5 to 7 years, you've probably heard of a company called First Data, whether you've been with them or not. So I hear you. So Easy Pay is a sales channel, ultimately, of First Data. They're the real processor on the back end. Have you heard of First Data? I'm sure you have, right? Most people are going to say yes to that. They may even be with First Data. So I understand and can respect, that you haven't heard of Easy Pay processing, but ultimately the processor on the back end is First Data. They're one of the biggest processors in the world, great rating. You're not dealing with me. Trust me, I'm not going home and moving your money around here. It's a massive processor, in this case, First Data. So that's who you're ultimately working with. We're just the sales channel to help get you set up. We are just a sales channel of First Data, and you're already with them. So if you're happy with First Data, who you're with right now, nothing's going to change over here. It's still going to be processed through their system. You're just not going to have all the fees anymore. Let's get you going. Don, I got you unlocked, buddy. Go ahead.
Hey, Joe, can you hear me?
I got you.
Great. Good morning.
Good morning.
I get a lot of a variation of either I want to think about it or I need to talk to my wife / partner / whomever.
Yeah. So let's start with CPAs. Perfect. I love CPAs because CPAs ultimately end up giving us more referrals than anybody else. So let's do this. Let's try to give them a call. Obviously, I respect that you want to make the phone call. I don't blame you. But, I mean, you don't have to be a CPA or a mathematician to understand that lowering a bill by 80 to 90% is a good thing for your business. You know, I can't imagine any CPA telling you otherwise. But in the meantime, let's give them a call. I understand they got some stuff going on. Let's get on the phone with them and let them know you have a way to save 80 to 90% off your bill. And ultimately, I'm going to want to make this call anyways because CPAs give us more referrals than anybody. Get them on the phone. And by the way, guys, and I'm going to do the wife one in a second here, Don. But you should be getting people on the phone all the time. At least be asking. All right, so my wife, I want to talk to my wife about it. Hey, man, that's cool. I get it. You know, you guys are married. But let me ask you, if your wife's at home and a door-to-door guy came and knocked on the door and said, hey, I'm with the IRS and I can lower your property taxes by 80 to 90%. We got a new program. Or if the energy company was at your home right now talking to your wife, with a new program that could lower your energy bill by 80 to 90%. And your wife said, well, I want to talk to my husband, and the decision wasn't made. When you get home tonight and she said, hey, there's a new program and it's going to lower our energy bill and our property taxes by 80 to 90%. Wouldn't you say that's awesome? That's great news. And how would you feel when she said, well, I didn't do it? Wouldn't you say, why not? Okay, so obviously you would want her to try to call, and I'm not saying let's not call. I'm actually suggesting that we do call your wife. But at the end of the day, when you go home and say, hey, we could save 80 to 90% on our processing bill, is she going to be glad that you didn't sign up, or is she going to be glad that you did?
Hey, Joe, this is John again.
Yeah.
If to kind of play your scenario a little further, if they're hesitant about calling that person, should that be a red flag to me that they've got doubts about the program to begin with?
No, not necessarily, because a lot of the times, you know, there's legitimate excuses, right? I mean, we can be real tough on closing on this call, but there are legitimate things. You know, I'm always asking people to call. So a lot of the times we're like, well, I ain't calling today. You know, they just had surgery. They're at home resting up, or, you know, something along that line. There was a death in the family. You know, whether that's true or not, I mean, I'm just going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm certainly not going to question things like that. And I just, you know, these rebuttals don't always work, right? It's just getting in the practice of going farther, finding that line. And ultimately, we want to make it so that it doesn't make sense not to do it, right? So they want to talk to their wife. Perfect. Let's get her on the phone. But before we call, if she didn't answer, let's paint the scenario the other way. If there was a guy at your house, you know, you see what I'm doing? I'm trying to make it a no-brainer. And let's call the CPA. Let's call the wife. I agree. But if they aren't available for whatever reason, let's flip the table. Let's get some more hard rebuttals. What do you guys got?
Hey, Joe. This is Francisco.
Yep. Francisco.
So one of the ones that you mentioned earlier is I got about 4 or 5 guys that have said the same thing, which is, man, listen, when it comes to sales, I never make a decision on the spot. I like to do my research. Can you touch a little bit on how you would respond to that?
I would say let's do some research. Pull the phone out. Check us out. Let's do it right here. Look, what's the difference between doing the research right now and doing it tomorrow? Here's something I use on almost all rebuttals when they're really just trying to get you out the door, right? Let's do some research. Pull your phone up. You got a computer right there. Because here's the thing, you know, and no disrespect to you, and it doesn't offend me, but you're busy, Mr. Merchant. When I walk out of here, the last thing on your mind tonight when you get home to your family after a hard day running a business is going to be going and researching me. You know, and that doesn't offend me, and no offense to you, but we can do it now. Let's get on the computer, check us out. Because I know when you go home and lay your bed at night, I'm the last thing that you're going to be thinking of. And tomorrow when I come back, you're going to be just as busy as you are right now. This 5 minutes of us doing something and making a decision today is the only time that I have your attention at this level. Give me 3 more minutes. Let's do some homework so that we can make a decision. Everything is about right now. Everything is about today. I need to talk to my partner. Perfect. Do it right now. I need to do homework. Perfect. Do it right now. I'm in a contract. I don't know how much it is. Perfect. There's a number on the side of your terminal. Let's call right now and find out what that number is. All of this is urgency. Why would we put something off to another day that we should handle right now? All right, we still got time. We got about 9 more minutes here if you guys have more. I know there's more. A lot of hard rebuttals that you guys are getting out there.
I have one, Joe. It's
Yep.
Will.
Yep.
Yeah, I just signed up with somebody 2 weeks ago.
Did you
I just signed up with a merchant 2 weeks ago. I'm not switching no more. I haven't even gotten their first statement or anything. So
Yeah, I got you, man. You know, the timing isn't always perfect. The thing is, on cash discount, you don't have fees anymore. So I understand you just switched. I've been doing this long enough to know that you switched. You had some sort of proposal, and they lowered your fees down. So what I'm telling you is cash discount is the end of the road. Everyone always says I'm not switching anymore. But then as the rates go up over the years, they do. And what I'm saying is this isn't a traditional account. This is the end of the road. So I know you just switched, but one last switch with us will be the very last you ever make because it's only $90. I understand you just switched, but it ain't the end of the road. This program is the end of the road, and you never have to worry about our competition being able to lower the fees because you won't have any anymore. So if you just switched, somebody's brushing up on their mic. So if you just switched, let's just be blunt. You're probably in some sort of an agreement. Did you sign a contract? Guys, be blunt. Just address what they need to hear ahead of time. So you just switched 2 weeks ago. Normally there's some sort of an agreement. You're probably in some sort of a contract, and I'll just be honest, it's going to cost you somewhere between $250 to $500 to get out. But look, you're going to still pay, even if they gave you great rates, which I know they did. That's why you switched, but your bill's still going to be $400, $500, $600 in this type of business. So what I'm telling you is with me, that would be $90. We'll pay off that contract with savings in the first 30 to 60 days. And you're never going to switch again, no matter what deal comes through the door, because your rates are going to be at 0 now. Make this the last switch. Let's just get it done.
Hey, I had one that you're charging 4% to my customers, but I only pay 1.69, or I only pay 2%. Where's the other 2% going?
It's profit for us. We're here to make money. The bottom line is you're still paying 1.76. $90 a month would reduce that by 90%. So we're in business to make money just like you are. You know, it's not really your customer's business how much you profit off selling that plate of steak, right? So we're in this to make money. So by eliminating your processing fees completely, we're going to make some money too. Absolutely. That's where we make profit. We make our money by you processing cards. So absolutely, there's a profit in it for us. That's why we do this. I would tell that guy that's none of his customers' business how much his profit margins are, and we are in business to make a profit, and we never know how much it is until the end of the month. But yeah, if you're paying 1.75, we charge 4. Obviously, we're making a good profit, and guess what? So are you by making this decision, because now you won't pay that 1.75. We both win, boss.
That's Ted.
Dad, what's going on, man?
Hey, just about every single customer that I've called on has expressed a concern about the 4% to their customers, saying that there's a lot of competition in the area and they'll walk down the street 3 or 4 blocks to save a quarter.
Yeah, so this is the one that's, if you master this one, this is where the deals are at. And this is a tough one, guys. I understand the point of view from the business owner, and it's a legitimate one too. So again, not every rebuttal or not every person that we rebuttal is gonna sign up. And I like to actually be on their side. So I get it when somebody throws that out there, and I just let them know all the statistics. I mean, there's only so much we can do on the 4%, right? We can share statistics, we can show the video, and the biggest thing to that is, more and more businesses are going to this. And to be honest with you, that's what your neighbor said too, right? So there's 3 liquor stores in town. All of them have the same concern that you just told me. So instead of nobody winning on this deal, maybe we can coordinate everybody winning. If your neighbors were okay with eliminating their bill and doing this program, would you be on board as well? Now let's get all 3 of them. I don't know if you guys like each other or not, but all of you win on this, and it still evens the playing field to what it is right now. Let's get all 3 of you on board. All 3 of you are going to make more money, and none of you have any more of an advantage than you do now. Are you good with that? And if you can go coordinate all 3, then you got 3 deals, not 1. But it is a tough one to only get 1 if they bring that up, if that's their concern. So I would attack all 3 and try to coordinate an agreement with you as the negotiator. And it works. You can go to a town and get 3-4 deals by doing that.
I have a question real quick, Joe, please.
Yep, one more.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've run into a thing because I'm just getting started. Basically, and it's a really good buying rebuttal. It's basically like keeping up with the Jones thing. Is like if there's some other people that have done this, I'd go ahead and go forth with it, kind of deal. And it's like I don't have that yet. So how would I handle that? Because
just like everything, there's a phase when it's first getting going.
Mm-hmm.
Cash discount itself isn't necessarily new. We've been seeing it at gas stations and municipalities and things for years. It's just new to the small business world. That's all. So obviously we have hundreds of merchants all over the place, but this is actually the first time we've had anybody here in Hartford, Connecticut, and this surrounding area is mine, and I'm going to work it over the next 6 to 12 months. So, when we get you on board, you're going to be happy. And in a couple months, I'm actually going to come back and do a review with you, possibly a video testimonial, so that other business in the areas know that it's a great program as well. But because this is my first time and I just got assigned to this territory, we're building that foundation right now.
That's awesome. Well, thanks, man.
You got it. Find that line. They need to know we're here. We're trying to come to a resolution today, but still doing it in a friendly manner where that door is open. Again, appointments still produce deals, but the ratio is not very good on for the average sales partner. Okay, so make it completely unreasonable. Would your wife, wouldn't you ask your wife why she didn't sign up if somebody was at the door right now saying we could lower the energy bill by 90%? Of course you would want her to do that. And she's going to want you to do this as well if she doesn't answer the phone. I'm in a contract. That's going to be paid off in literally 30 to 60 days. Look, why would you write a contract out that still has 24 months on it when it's only going to take 2 of those 24 months to break even and the rest are profit? We have to make it so unreasonable. Why wouldn't they sign up? Overcome the rebuttals and know when you're at that point to shut up and pull the app out. Get the deal. Pull it out.